AIs are so diplomatic. There's a pro and a con to this, but let's talk about the con first. The thing is, when you ask it to iterate over something or any text, or you ask it to find flaws in your own writing, that's what I personally use it for. It can be anything about your code or something. But if you ask it to find flaws in your own writing, it's gonna do it. It's not gonna do good as good of a job. So still, whenever you are prompting it, don't just ask review this text and give me whatever. Ask it rather to find flaws in your text, or for example, if you are finding difficulty in seeing if the structure or flow of your text is good, you can use it to kind of, you can tell it to find flaws specially. So even if you tell it to find the flaws, it's still gonna give you the goods. It's so diplomatic. But still, when you ask it for the flaws, you really get a new perspective on your text. And you can even when you ask for the flaws, you can ask it for a better version, or iterate it to what would be better for the text. If not that, whatever the mistake is, and then repeat it. Then you do the same process over again after you have made the changes. And also, don't forget to add the think through this carefully, because I have tried it. It works. From my personal experience, I can tell it's really great. Whenever you add the thing through this carefully at the end or start of the text, it just makes it very much, it's better. Like the model O1 or 10, something like that. That model thinks through, it's thinking, it takes a long time, but it really gives you a good detailed answer, and even what it does in the back end. So it works more of like that, I think so, from a personal experience what I'm speaking. Then we got to the come to the pros. Okay, we come to the pros. So this diplomatic AI, it's really good to argue. It's really fun to argue. It's really cool. You can argue with this thing for hours on end. That's what I do. So what you can do personally is get okay, just set up a AI. Sometimes you might have two contrasting ideas, or you're not sure about your own ideas in your mind. Anything about anything. I just generally use it for philosophy and shit. It's really fun. So just give the AI to act, give it a prompt it to act in a certain way. Use the chat voice version. You won't be typing all that much. It's way better than the voice. So tell it to act in a certain way, like tell it to act in the way your contrasting a person with your contrasting idea would act. Or if you don't know, try the AI to create a description of that kind of person, and then give the description back to the AI. It really works. Using it to create a, it really works. So now you have a new persona you're talking to. Then we start debating with it. You start presenting your views, it will give your view, and its answer would be diplomatic. It's gonna support your view, and it's going to give you the opposite perspective. So that can give you really good insights into your thoughts. And don't just sit there and argue with it forcefully. Don't force it. It's an AI. It's made to be very, like, respect you. So it's going to agree if you force it enough on your own perspective, even if it's against it. So don't do that. Just use it to get new perspective on the thoughts you're having. It really works. And yeah, that's cool. And sometimes there's one more tool, I think. What do you call it? Character AI. Yeah, character AI is really good. It has specific models of, like, it has characters of AIs. There's people use it for all kind of stuff, but you can use it for, like, talking to the ancient philosophers. I think they are trained on their books. It's not that accurate, and it's kind of vague at some point, but it's fun. You can use it for fun, not for actual research or anything. By talking to that ancient philosopher like Nietzsche or something, I was having a good time talking to him. Oh yeah, you can use that. Yeah. What else would I talk? It's really good. So yeah, that's how you actually use AI. You can use the diplomatic part into your advantage. They respect you so much, and this AI is respected too much, man. This can sometimes go together. Like, bye guys, bye. I had one more idea I wanted to say. Oh, I can't. Okay, whatever. I'll just say it. Think of how cool it would have been if you can create a copy of yourself. You can just sit there and argue with it for hours, like a little copy of yourself from birth. It has every single bit of your knowledge since birth. It knows you throughout. And you guys have similar ideas. Of course, it's a little copy of you, but then you can sit there and argue with yourself. Sit there and argue with yourself. I can imagine a guy sitting back there in my couch, and I'm just pulling out a chair and sitting with it. We both are just sitting there for hours on end debating about ideas. That would be so cool. I want to train an AI of myself. Well, it would be hard to get the data, but I can probably upload my journals. That would make it a bit cool, but you change as a person over time. So I don't know how it work, but